Hey everybody, gonna play a little bit of chess. Uh, let's see. Got a 3-minute game with a 2-second increment. So this will go into a Queen's Gambit. Declined. And I'm gonna play Knight F6. Probably gonna play C5 in a bit. And then Knight C6. Don't know these lines really well. Actually, do I want to do that yet? Yeah, it's fine. Now, part of the issue here is that I think he can probably... Yeah, this is fine. I don't mind this. It's going to give me an isolated pawn, obviously, but it's okay. I've got some experience playing with the isolated pawn. Doesn't bother me very much. So I'm thinking about knight d7 here. Yeah, knight d7. I don't want to play too slow. Is there a way I can protect that pawn right now? Probably not. So this may be bad, because it'll open up a discovery, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if he moves that, the very least I can check on b4. So whether or not that line actually leads to problems, I'm not sure. Probably rook c8 here in a bit. Excuse me. Alright, so yeah, this is fine. I don't mind opening up the G file. This works fine for me. I'll be happy to play. Might even castle queenside. Yow. Let's see. Is there anything I can do about this? Yeah, let's do this. And now I've got the G file for attack. I can tuck the king over to b8. This seems okay to me. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Probably king b8 next. Oh, he just take my bishop. Holy cow, just lose my bishop. No problem. I'll just have to play a little faster. Good gravy. Alright, here we go. See, and that was part of the problem with that, was that I tend to just hang pieces. Whenever I put something out there that's unprotected, sometimes I'll forget about it. And that can lead to disaster, obviously. So I'm just kind of playing fast, making some threats at this point. Maybe something good will come of it. Sorry about the coughing, been a little bit sick lately. And I'm not actually used to playing 3-2 while talking, so it's a little different for me as well. I'm not surprised that I made a big blunder like that. So, let's see. Is there any way I can get to all this stuff? Yeah. I was thinking about maybe queen g5 and hanging the knight, so what I'm going to do is just make some more threats, basically. I'm playing a little bit too slow here. Yeah. Okay, so doubling here is going to be fine, I think. No real threats. So I still got his queen is kind of tied up over there by the knight. It's not really tied up, but it definitely is a little busy with it. My queen is definitely tied up, so I'm gonna... That doesn't seem very good to me. Let's see about repositioning my knight so I can move my queen a little bit more freely. His knights are pretty aggressively posted at this point. He's done a good job of making them active. So I don't really see what that does. So let's see what's wrong with this. I'll probably see as soon as he does it, but I don't see it right now. Okay, so pinning that pawn, let's see if that helps any. Wondering if knight c4 is going to do anything useful for me. Maybe piling up a little pressure on the e3 square, and if he doesn't go back to f5 again with his knight, maybe I can find a way to get the pawn up to f4. Maybe there's a sack on e3 that'll work. Right now, let's see. Yeah, see, this doesn't seem like a good plan for him. Maybe it is, but it doesn't seem like it is. So let's start with this. And I'm kind of just trying things to see if I can make something work at this point. Don't really have a plan other than start posting my pieces aggressively, try to get them into open areas, make some threats. So that's kind of the plan for now. See if it leads anywhere. I would say that, so, okay, yeah, that's, let's see. Doesn't this win a piece for me? I think this wins a, let's try it. I think it does. Alright, so we're back on even terms piecewise. I have a time advantage. He probably, looks like material's even. I'm just going to watch for forks now because they're all over the place. And he is threatening a pawn. I want to see if I can prevent that. Alright, don't mind swapping that knight away. Okay, I don't think this really bothers me too much. His knight, or, okay, wow. This is just a time gaining ploy, I think. So now my king is actually fairly active here, but it's also prone to attack. This is what I was more worried about. I was surprised he didn't do this earlier. So what do I do about it? Is I make my rooks very passive. So rook, 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 and I'm not going to be able to get that pawn. So I'm going to lose at least one pawn here, maybe two. And if he wants to take them, that is. He's under 10 seconds now. Might get to win the game on time, I'm not sure. Of course, he might actually just mate me up here as well. Yep, I'm going to flag him. Well, so sort of an inglorious game, but it turned out well. And maybe I will get more used to playing 3-2 while I'm talking. And maybe not. I don't know. I might go back to a little bit longer game because I didn't do nearly as well as I'd like to. I did spot the tactic that wins a piece there, but I just plain old hung the knight back here. Let's see. Or, sorry, the bishop. Just plain old hung the bishop, and I'm not sure what kind of blindness led me to miss it, but something did. So, not the best, but I think I recovered nicely, and I'm not sure why he went into this really slow moving period there in the middle of the game. I thought his plan should have been fairly clear. You know what, I think before I end the video, maybe I'll talk a little bit about sort of a pet theory I have about knights and how they very often cause slowdowns like that. The knight movements are a little bit more complicated to calculate. It's not a straight line path, in other words. It can jump over pieces. So, I mean, the knight's movements are more complicated than the other pieces. I really think since he had two knights and he was trying to get them in position, it's possible that that was why he was playing slower. Not that that's going to be that big a deal, especially with an increment game, but, you know, that's my theory, is a lot of less experienced players, and we certainly are less experienced at our level in the 1200s here, might not be quite as used to calculating lines with the knights. I know I certainly run into problems with knights, and I have to slow down and make sure I'm not going to get forked all over the place whenever there are knights on the board in aggressive places. So that is kind of my theory, and if you have your own, that would be interesting to hear. Alright guys, thanks for watching.